Okay, the monster in a box. First is the box itself. This thing is real. This is an old antique packing trunk. It's 1,000,000 years old. I got it in an antique shop. Looks great, looks very old, very authentic because it is, but a problem created by that is because it's so old, it's also very fragile. It's very deteriorated. You can see around the back here that some of the hinges, like the rivets, were actually popping out, some of them, and I had to bolt them back in. And over here, the leather handles have rotted away, and I had to put some rope on there to be able to carry it around. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. It looks great. Let's take a look inside here. First of all, this is the sound. This little boombox with a monster sound I downloaded online. I'm going to try to find out exactly where I got that and what it's called, and I'll try to put it at the credits at the end of the video here if I can find it. And also, this audio is on another video on my YouTube channel called The Green-Eyed Monster. You can hear that exact same audio in its entirety. I just use a little boombox. Obviously, you could do it wirelessly, MP3, Bluetooth, whatever you want to do. This thing here, wiper motor with a cam and a cam follower. First of all, this big wooden monstrosity here, you don't really need. I just made something very strong to attach the motor to, because like I said, this thing is so fragile and deteriorated. I didn't want to take the risk of, because this thing bounces pretty hard, and I didn't want to like shake this thing completely apart. So I just, this is just a bunch of wood. I bolted together something really heavy. The motor right here came from monsterguts.com. I don't know if you can see this thing right here. This is great. It's called a pipe rail tie is what it's called. And you can't see it, but there's a bolt at the bottom of it that constricts it around the motor. The 2-inch model of this is absolutely perfect for the Monster Guts motors, and then you just screw it into the wood here, or the wall, or the floor, or whatever, and that is just rock solid. That is not going anywhere. The basic rig here of a motor with a rotating cam and the follower up here is attached to the lid, and it's just a couple of angle brackets. Again, I put it on some wood here just to reinforce it. Normally you just put it directly to the lid, but these these are just nylon spacers, 1-inch nylon spacers, and they're free to rotate, and they are what contacts the edge as this thing rotates, makes it go up and down. This basic design, go on YouTube and look for a channel called Undercover Monsters. That's where I got this design from for the this whole rig. And it's a fantastic, the guy does a fantastic tutorial on Monster in a Box. He basically builds one from scratch right before your eyes, tells you exactly how he does it, exactly the materials he uses. It's a fantastic tutorial, so check that out. And finally, the heart and soul of this whole thing is a little circuit board. This also came from monsterguts.com. It's called their Pwn Motor Controller plus Record. And the cool thing about this is that, like as the name implies, you can record things on it. You can have this little knob here is a potentiometer. Just turn that back and forth and it will make the cam go clockwise, counterclockwise, fast, slow, pause in its entirety. A lot of people use very irregularly shaped cams that are very, amoeba looking kind of things. As they rotate, it makes a very jiggly, jumpy, random kind of thing. But the problem is, once it goes through 3 or 4 rotations, you can tell that it's mechanical. It doesn't sound very organic at all, because your brain will pick up on the pattern after a few times, and you'll be able to hear that it's a mechanical thing. With this thing, you can sit there and manually control with that dial right there what direction it goes in, how fast it goes or slow it goes, the amount of time it pauses between rotations. So you have basically an infinite variety of things you can do there, and you can sit there and play with it and make it as random as you want. And this thing will record up to 8 minutes of whatever you program into it. You hit the record button, play with it however you want it to be. I think I only did like 2 or 3 minutes in here, but you can go up to 8 minutes and then hit the record button again, and it will store it in memory. And so what I do, let's look at it here. And again, this is just, I just sitting there playing with that potentiometer. Fast, slow, start, stop. And it just makes for a really random, organic kind of motion to this thing. So that's it. And also, the circuit board let me get out of my own light here. Right there are contacts for a motion sensor. You can plug directly into the circuit board, so you don't need separate relays or separate power supply or anything. Everything can be run completely off of the circuit board. So that's about it. Like I say, try to find that video by Undercover Monsters. It's a fantastic tutorial on how to do this. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great Halloween, guys.